Okay, my name is Michael Conacher. As Isabel said, I'm a father of 4, married, teacher for 17 years. I work in Central Islip School District. I teach in middle school, also known as an insane asylum. Okay, if most of you have all been through middle school, I assume. You don't remember. You thought you were all normal. You weren't. Okay? So, and I want to give props to Gary. That was your name? Brother. Bro, that's mad courage, dude. Okay, your survival, phenomenal. For you to get on stage and share your story like that, you give hope to a lot of people. It takes a lot of courage and confidence. So I really want to honor that. All right, as a teacher, that's what it's all about. It's building up people to be able to speak about themselves as truthfully as possible, regardless of race, religion, gender, whatever it is, to share their story, to walk their journey, to be part of it. And my job as a teacher is to build up my 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds and 14 and 15-year-olds who don't want to get out on time, okay? And to help them believe in themselves that they can do what they want to do. So I was put here to tell their stories in a way that they can't tell their stories, okay? So this is entitled Chameleon. It comes off of my debut album that was just released a few months ago, which I'll talk about on the next piece. And it takes the form and perspective of a 12-year-old girl who's been abandoned by her father. Okay, these are real situations, unfortunately. I'm gonna throw a piece of wood into the wind so you could catch my drift. I'll be swift while I close each one of my fingers. In other words, I'm gonna clench my fist because I missed the best part of my childhood. So let me pull back my sweatshirt hood so you could see my face. Look at me. Am I pretty? Did I turn out the way you pictured me? Framed and disdained. Do you think you know me and understand the complexity of what could possibly explain my personality? Well, how could you? Your hands didn't help build me. The blocks, you never bought me. When I needed a daddy, well, all I had was a mommy. Well, see, that's not really true either, because I was mostly raised by a latchkey slung around my neck. I guess the alimony child support check you'd said I'd get was never stamped deposit. Judgment time. Guilty are we? Because now you want to look at me. But even with Gucci aviators on, you can't see into my past. My window pane is closed and broken shards of glass I suppose I shouldn't expose, so I remain opaque. Because with so much buried hate, it's to ironically keep you safe. You see, I fear I'd lacerate your face. My outsides resemble a trace of success, but my inside's a mess, and slow ticks of time reminds me it's not fine, because my life is similar to a wet pink sock hanging on a clothesline. I guess you could say I was hung out to dry, footless, and no matter how hard I try, I'm always one step shy, and I must free solo climb this mountain with no guide or gear. Empty, I cry, saline pinstripes my face, and the taste of tears brings despise. So Eureka, that's right. I suck it up. Stuck with my finger up even though I'm always down. My 24 inches, do the math, that's 2 feet, nailed permanently to the ground. Always leaving me 2 steps behind, inevitably disabling me from reaching the finish line. You were supposed to teach me how to keep the pace. Instead, you left me hollow, a case to take shape of whatever comes my way. Filled by my surroundings and intestine is what I am. Destined to be something. You predetermined my destination by removing yourself from the equation. Not able to digest what I was fed. My best is constipation. Packed so full of aggression, sardines would be complaining. Becoming an abomination, my abdomen filled with confusion and disillusion because the main ingredient was missing. You left me. And now abandonment's what fills my skin. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Forget that. I'm not Casper. And this ain't a sad love story that ends in happily ever after. My clock is broke, stuck at 9/11. I guess you could say my life's a disaster. Hell on earth. I don't even pray for heaven anymore. It's something you get used to. You know, not knowing you. But I guess if I had the chance, I'd straighten myself and say, hello, is your name Philip? 'Cause screw you. You got me so tight at this point in my life, I'm told to loosen up. Yeah, right. Every day's a fight, especially with my reflection, because I can see more than you can, clear through to my skeleton, fragile, I'm broken, and I don't know any king's horsemen, so there'll be no putting me back together again, so I stiffen my lip, because I'll never tell the mess within. But in the mess, I begin to reflect back and think, 1 minute you were here, then blink, 12 years, 3 months, 17 days, 9 hours, 12 minutes, and the seconds, one by one, they just keep ticking by. Oh, shoot. Who's counting anyway? Well, I guess I am. I don't even know who I am. So I just pretend I wear mostly green despite the trends, and I try so hard to just blend in. That's why I dress like a chameleon. With my eyes wide open, how could this still be a dream? No one to coddle me, no one to hold me, my hands bloody. A girl without her daddy. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Forget respect, coward. Now I hang you from my neck. You were supposed to be my friend, me, your little girl, until the end. Instead, you've become my crucifixion. But like him, I will rise and overcome the adversities that have come my way. The crucifixion was necessary and temporary, given life on the third day. And that is what I pray, that this isn't the end for me. It's only the beginning of my journey to be. I promise you, you will see me again, where the end doesn't fit with the beginning. And the next time I throw a piece of wood into the wind, well, there'll be no drift to catch, because I'll be all right and he'll be forgiven. Thank you. My struggles and who I am, and this is what I do in my classroom to get my students to speak about them. I speak about myself, and I let them in a little bit about my little world here, because unless you share your story, you know, we're all kind of by ourselves unless you let people into your little bubble here, right? So I'm going to let you in a little bit. Battleground. There's a small part in my heart that has a spark. The rest is hard. Marred through the carotid artery, marked like a target, a hard and sharp object. I was ready to dart, fly and be smart day and night. I didn't realize my plight was my launch pad. I thank my dad for helping me figure out that lesson, realizing now that I had more with less than I thought and I was taught. It's not always about the fight, there's more. You helped your sun rise to bring darkness to light, make my left right, and ignite my ignition and be thrust into this mission of self-acquisition and personal competition to always fight within. But I didn't know how to fight, as if my hands were tied. So I got a membership to the gym. Why? Well, it seemed like a win-win. What a bargain, right? 2 for the price of 1. I could work it out while I worked out and trained for this bout, this constant battle with doubt. Cornered, I tried to ring it out. I almost threw the towel in. But with soft, subtle sounds in the back of my mind whispering, never quit or submit, stay steadfast, keep your position, don't tap, no submission. Stay above your plan, kid, was the deep down conversation between the angel and the devil's advocate. But I'm worried, because the devil's advocate speaks many languages and is often prophetic and such, versed in filling us with feelings of worthless. Why bother thoughts? You're pathetic. So we self-diagnose, making me borderline psychotic. I gotta stop it. I got it. I can do this. Always enter the ring and not leave. Roll up my sleeves, be the best I can be, except the scratches on my knees. They would make me me. Part of my story, a moment of misery, scar marks of victory. But it's not about winning, it's about achieving, believing in itself. The hamster wheel like cogs always spinning. And sometimes this is my living hell. Burned in mangled, I don't have to get tangled in my own web. Well, the web I created. I guess that could explain why I'm always spun. Maybe I'm Spider-Man. Maybe I'm just a man. Maybe, just maybe, it's God's plan. I just need to be at the top and won't stop till it's done. Damn. It's not so I can look down at you. Without you, I have no one to aspire to. I want to be the apple of my own iPod. I want to be like Steve Jobs. You can't stop it. It comes from my core spot. I'm the opposite of a little. You know? A lot. And like it or not, my crock pot's plugged in and I'm mixing commotion, stirring up the plot, and I'm already spent, so it's not for sale. And I don't rent these emotions, I own them, they're part of my crop. And I'm comfortable in that spot. And I gotta be honest, I do love competition. So when I come hard, understand it's sort of imprinted the game in every pole position. So I'm sorry if all I sound like is I'm moaning, but what you can't see is it's me versus me in this fight. And I'm my only opponent. With a strong commitment, I'ma knock myself out. I don't wanna miss my moment because of doubt. So I hone in on the podium, take the mic and icon all over it. Own it like a proud parent, take a snapshot to capture the moment. Make it apparent I've raised the bar so high, it should be no wonder why my arms are always up. I'm always reaching for the sky, like I got wings on my back. I'm ready to fly high and soar, but my eyes are stuck on try. I want more, but I'm trapped in my own Bermuda Triangle. And no matter the angle I take, I'm always mangled in my emotional state. Deep down inside, I know it's not too late. With everything bottled up, I'm not surprised it sounds like I'm squeezing grapes. With my cup full, my container may break. I need to drain it and make no mistake. In God's eyes, I'm already great. I'm just still on this journey, and like ice in hell, this is a momentary state. So ironically, I'm the only one in my way. And I know my future depends on every decision I make, so I take nothing for granted. Rely on the roots that are deeply planted. Stay straight in a world where most things are slanted. And move through this battleground, fighting for the upper hand, even though it's clear and I do understand that many things I cannot plan. I must accept the good and the bad, realizing it's a combination of both that make me a man. Thank you. Follow me on social media.